People talk about how AI is going to change the world by 2026, but in cybersecurity, it's not some far off prediction. The transformation is happening right now, and it's completely rewriting the rules for what it means to have a career in this field. Okay, let's just get right to it, shall we? This is the big question, the one that's probably on your mind. Is AI about to make your job obsolete? Or is this something different, a detour to a new and maybe even better destination? And here's the thing, this isn't a what-if scenario. It's already here. AI is taking over core tasks as we speak, and the job market is scrambling to keep up. That classic, safe, entry-level cybersecurity job you were told about, it looks very different today than it did even a year ago. So let's break it down. Which jobs are feeling the shakeup the most? Well, it mainly boils down to roles that are built on repetitive, rule-based work. The kind of stuff that AI just happens to be incredibly good at. And you've got to remember, this isn't happening in a vacuum. A 2024 study from ISC2 found that a full 25% of cybersecurity departments had to deal with layoffs. In that kind of climate, using AI to become more efficient isn't a luxury anymore. For a lot of companies, it's a necessity. First up, and this one's a biggie, is the junior SOC analyst. For years, this has been the front door to the industry, right? The main way people get their start. But today, the core duties of that job are directly in the crosshairs of automation. And just look at these numbers. They're kind of staggering. AI can now handle 79% of log analysis and 63% of alert triage. Just think about that for a second. An AI can see an alert, pull in all the relevant threat intel, and start a response, all in a matter of milliseconds. No human can possibly move that fast. This really paints the picture of the new reality. The job isn't vanishing, it's evolving. It's getting an upgrade. The focus is shifting away from the grunt work of staring at thousands of logs. Instead, it's becoming about a much higher level task, looking at what the AI flags, confirming its findings, and using your human brain to handle the really tricky stuff that needs creativity.
And hey, this isn't just a SOC thing. If you're a penetration tester who just runs the same old scripted scans, you're being pushed to get more creative. And for compliance folks, well, the days of manually digging through spreadsheets are numbered because AI is getting really good at automating all that evidence collection.
But, and this is a big but, here's where the story pivots. For every one of those repetitive tasks that gets automated, a brand new, more strategic job is opening up. This is not about us versus the machine. It's about how we can use the machine to do bigger and better things. So let's look at where these new jobs are. First up, we have the AI security engineer. This role is absolutely exploding right now. These are the people who protect the AI models themselves. They hunt for these wild new kinds of attacks, like data poisoning, which is basically feeding an AI bad information to mess up its thinking, or prompt injection, where you cleverly trick an AI into breaking its own safety rules. Next, there's the AI-aware cloud security architect. Look, knowing your way around AWS or Azure isn't quite enough anymore. Companies desperately need people who can build a true fortress in the cloud, a zero-trust environment where nothing is trusted automatically, specifically designed for the massive, complex systems that AI needs to run. Think about it. We used to say the firewall was the perimeter. Well, today, identity is the new perimeter. And it's not just about people anymore. AI agents, automated scripts, they all need permissions. The identity governance engineer is the one who designs the whole system, figuring out who and what gets access to what. So what about our analyst? They didn't disappear. They got a promotion. They've evolved into an AI supervisor. And this role is absolutely critical because AI is powerful, but it's not wise. It doesn't understand context. The analyst of the future is the human expert who looks at the AI's report and says, okay, that's what the machine saw, but here's what it really means. All right, so you're probably wondering, how do I get one of these cool new jobs? Let's lay it out. This is your action plan, the skills you should be working on right now to make your career totally future-proof. Okay, here's your 4-step plan. Step 1, master cloud security. This is totally non-negotiable. Step 2, get a real handle on AI and machine learning basics. You don't have to be a data scientist, but you need to speak the language, especially now that almost 2/3 of job listings require it. Step 3, specialize in identity. Like we said, it's the new frontier. And step 4, double down on the skills that are uniquely human. Critical thinking, creativity, communication. AI can't do that stuff. That's your superpower. When you really boil it all down, this whole situation requires a huge shift in our mindset. It's all about changing how we think about our relationship with technology. And you know what? The folks in the trenches, they get it. This isn't a story about fear. It's a story about partnership. The data shows about 2/3 of us in cybersecurity believe our human expertise is what's needed to augment AI, to guide it, to make it smarter, to make it better. And that really is the heart of it. The goal is not to compete with AI, it's to collaborate with it. This partnership is what lets us finally get off the hamster wheel of constantly putting out fires and lets us start designing systems that are fireproof to begin with. So the cybersecurity job market isn't shrinking, it's just shifting. It's moving toward these awesome, more strategic roles that blend security, cloud, and AI. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What is the number one skill you're going to start learning next?